Greetings everybody, Amar here, and in this video I'm just going to show how I construct the TFR, the traditional frequency chart. I think traditional frequency rating. Now this chart does appear in the Lotto Stats magazine in the back. Mr. Z has it labeled. I learned about this chart on Lottery Post from a Joey D. He has a thread. I had to read through the thread and I learned how to construct this chart. So this chart is, or rather this file, this sheet, is made up of three different elements. So the first element is here, the matrix walk numbers 2019 New York. Now this was an old file that I resurrected from March 22nd, 2017. So I've renamed it 325 because that's today. And the chart is made up of, so the matrix walk numbers is basically the Lotto graph, aka the drawing sensei chart, and I have the numbers entered in. So I haven't changed the dates here, but this was the last date. I believe it was, let's see, yeah, these dates are wrong. So this would be, let me see, let me drag this up here. Yeah, replace it. So this should be the last date would be 3/24 2019, right? And that should be a Sunday. And then this would be 3/23. Okay, so I'm not gonna, I'll finish the dates later. But the way I do the dates here is I'll just copy this and I drag up and it changes. Alright. So you can use that just to verify that the numbers are correct with the date for the I'll make it a little bigger there, at the New York Lottery website, just to verify that I have the data correct. Now I'm pretty sure I have the data correct, but I do make mistakes, so always double check and make sure I've done it correct. So here is 1 through 14. That represents a week. Now I go all the way back many weeks. Alright, so I entered in, I believe it was 546 drawings up to 374. No, I think it had to go farther up. Let me see. I made a little red mark there where I said first. There it is, start. So I should have the 14s for the weeks going from the front, right? So let's see. Let's just copy this and let's see. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So this was the first number, 8 through 834. Now that's the wrong date, but it should line up if you theoretically from the bottom. And I should really do that just to double check, but I'm not. But I will later. Alright, and then basically what I have here is the first 14, right? And I have a sum function, and the sum counts the hits for the 0 for that particular week. And here you can see the blue line here shows we're summing this up. So there were no hits of the number 0 in this 1 week period. Okay, and this is all three positions because you have this summation here. Okay, is oh no, this is the first position, right? I'm sorry. So yes, and then so hit the check because we don't want to change it. And here's the 0 in the second position. So here it takes the sum of the hits, and these hits are ones, okay, which are the same as the hits over here in this column, 0. This is the drawing sense hit chart. Alright, and so there were no, here's a 0, but I believe that's for the second week. 0. Let's see, well, there's a 0 there. So you should have, should count 1 0 there in the middle. Let's see. Why is it not counting any zeros? 1269, the sum. 1269, it's not showing a 0 hit. 1269. Okay, you know why, I think. It's because this 114, this should be the start. Should be on the start here. So it's not that the data is wrong, it's I have it misaligned for the start. So move the start up, and these two 14s should move up also. And let's see, let's make sure the lines here on the bottom. Let's see, highlight the 14 on the left. Should highlight to the 14 on the right, hopefully. There it is, 14. And I have the colors off, so I got to fix that. Alright, so getting back to the counts. So here's 0. Oh, now it's 1. What the fuck? Oh no, up here, 0. So it's 0, right? And then you count again for the third position, 0. It's 2, right? Same kind of deal. And I'll probably have to walk through this again just to double check and make sure there's no errors. But here's a 0, and it counts the ones, right? And this is the sum of that, and this is dependent. These ones are dependent on these zeros here. So you have 0, 1, 2, 3, and I have to redrag this because the negative 1 shouldn't be highlighted. The 0 should be highlighted. So it's a formatting error somehow. Alright, and then, so let's hit the check mark here, and then here's the 0. Takes the sum of those three cells, 0, 0, 0, and then you get a 2 here. Okay, and it's the same thing for all the numbers. And this is the first week, right? And this is the second week. So it goes all the way down, and I do the same kind of arithmetic all the way down, and I've done it for 39 weeks. Right? Where are we here? 39. Okay. Is it 39? 39. Alright, there we are. 39. Okay, and then basically what I do is I copy this information, right? And I paste special values into this sheet. Now this sheet is filtered. So originally it's normally like this, okay? So I paste it here, and here's the weeks, 1 through 14, or days rather, for 1 week. 14 draws is 1 week. Okay, and then the filter part here is I select 1, 2, and 3 to get these spacings, and then I copy the data here and I paste it here, right? And because I have the spacing, so I filter it according to the spacing, 1, 2, 3, and then I have the data here in the formatting from the master sort. And I don't remember why I did it that way, but that's the way I had to do it to make it work. Because in the master sort, here you can see here's a spacing. So I take all of this data for each week, alright, because these are the weeks. Here's 3, 4, 5, which means that this would be the second week and this would be the first week. Okay, we got the formatting came in there. We're going to conditionally format clear rules from selected cells. Okay, let's see. I like the 2 and the 1 big, so I'll just paste it here instead of changing the font from there. So I copied that, and then I put it in the 2009 TFR master sort, and I pasted it here, right? And going down again for 39. And then I have well, I'm going from the last 10 weeks. So I marked the 1 here. So this 52 is a sum of this range. So now we're doing another sum, and there I have it marked, week 21 to week 30. Okay, and then it takes the sum of all the 0 hits in the 10 weeks. Okay, and then I the check mark so it stays. And then what I do is I copy this data here, copy the sums for every number, copy, and then I paste special values into here, hit OK, right? Now you have the number sums for the 10 weeks. You can see the 5 is the blue, I have the red is the hot and the blue is the cold. Okay, and then I take, this should be sorted normally from 0 to 9. And then I take this data here, I copy it, and then I paste special values, transpose, hit OK. And then this data goes from left to right, it goes from top to bottom. And then what I do then is I sort it from largest to smallest. Alright, so now the numbers have been sorted from best to worst. And now I copy not the count, but the number itself, and I copy and I put it in my template here, paste special values, hit OK, and there you go. This is the first week. No, first 10 weeks, because this represents this sum of 10 weeks. So this is the sum of 10 weeks. Alright, and then I go down for the second one here, weeks 22 to 31, and I do the same thing. I copy, right, paste special values, hit OK. Alright, now I want to resort this from smallest to largest in the number order. Okay, so this is from 0 to 9 again. And then I copy the hits, copy, and then do it again. Paste special values, transpose, hit OK. Okay, and then I sort again from largest to smallest. Alright, I take the numbers, copy, paste special values, OK. Alright, and you can see here that the 0 stayed the top number for 2 consecutive 10-week periods, and here you see the 8 moved up, and here the 9 moved down. Alright, so I'm going to just I'll go through the whole thing, and you can see how the TFR is born. Alright, so let's see, and I'm gonna mark these red, or I'll mark them, doesn't really matter the color. Just want to mark them so I realize that I did them and then I don't redo them by accident. Alright, so the third week, same deal. Copy, and remember, this is the sum of 10 weeks. So this is 23 to 32. So here, this is week 23 to week 32. 10 weeks. Okay, so let me hit the check mark. And I'm going to copy. Enter in the data here, paste special values, OK, and then make sure that it's sorted. Whoops, over here, the number has to be sorted from smallest to largest. Alright, and then we copy the data again, copy, paste special values, transpose, hit OK, and then we're going to do the same deal. Sort it from largest to smallest. Alright, and then we take the numbers, copy it, paste special values. Okay. Now this is technically a weapon to win. Now the only difference is that now I've elucidated what the algorithm should be according to the Lottery Master Guide. And by putting the cross-referencing these two charts, I'm just making these cells a little smaller here because I want to zoom in here so you can get a better view of how the numbers look. Let's see. So we're at 100%. So I'm going to zoom in to, let's say, 130. Alright, and let me highlight all this here. Let me go to home. I'll hit the, let me see, I think I'm at 6 font here. No, it can't be. 6. Alright, let's put it at 8. Alright, so let's see, let's shrink these down a little bit. 11 pixels. We'll move it to, let's see 9 pixels, and hopefully it, come on. Alright, it doesn't want to go to 9. Oh, there's 9. Alright, let's see. Home. I guess 9 is a little too small. Let's go to 10. Alright, so you can see a little bit better the numbers here. Let me see, maybe can I bold it? Does it look better bold? Alright, it looks better bold, I hope. And so you can see for 3 consecutive 10-week periods, the 0 was the top number. And you can see the 9 is reducing. It's going down. So we would have to look in this, according to the way I learned how to read this, is at this time, 094 would have been a number drawn, 042 would have been a number drawn, a cold number would have been 853. Here the 7 is the worst number. So I'm going to use this as a long-term reference to reference against the drawing sense hit chart, the big dish, which has the algorithm showing within the drawing sense hit chart. Okay, now I haven't explained the algorithm yet. I'm trying to formulate this so it makes the most sense, and so I can help the most people, and hopefully, you know, accumulate the most money, either through tips and for you guys to win using these charts. So I want to make sure that they're correct. So this chart, we're going to go into the 4th week here, all right? And not even the most money, but just a decent amount of money, because this does work, and I would be using it if I was in New York playing. And I would be playing online, but I can't because I have a lot of problems. My license expired. I'm squatting, so I don't even have an address. They want like 3 types of information to wager online. So right now I'm basically in chart construction mode, and this chart I resurrected from 2017, just today, and that's why it's not up to date. Okay, so 4th week. So here's the 4. Same deal. We're going to copy it. Alright, paste special, values. Okay, let's see, where are we? Again, okay, sort. Smallest to largest. Okay, then we're going to copy this data. Paste special, values, transpose, hit OK. Alright, and then we sort again here, and I have no idea why this says Q. I don't know why. But this is the number Q. I don't know why it says Q. It should say sum, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. Okay, largest, smallest. Copy the data. Let me copy the numbers. Paste special, values. Hit OK. Okay. Now I'm going to sort this first. Sort smallest to largest, so I don't have to do it later. Try to get into good habits. Alright, so now the 5th week. 5th set of weeks. So we did the 4. I'll mark that. Now we're in the 5th. Same deal. Copy. Paste special, values, OK. Right, okay. And I don't even have to do that. I could just do it here, but I like to do it just to keep it in 2 steps so I don't make mistakes and so I can see that it's correct. I guess it's just a redundancy. So let's see, copy, paste special, values, transpose, hit OK. Sort from largest to smallest. So the numbers go in the right order, from best to worst. Pay special, values, okay. So you can see already the 5 is the least number. The 8 is moved down, okay, which means it's probably going into dormant periods. Alright, the 9 is going, the 0 is just remaining hot, according to this. Now this certainly is, it's always good to double check the drawings hit chart. And I'm going to make those available at my website for free, and this for free there. But I'm only going to go back right now. I'm going to do the last 2 months. I've been having problems with the formatting. I was trying to change it to make it less blue, so when I print it, it would be less dark and less ink. But I don't really like the way it looks. Like it does have the same information. It's utilized the same way, but to me, it's not as aesthetically pleasing. So I'm going through this phase where I'm changing the charts, and I don't know if it's a good idea or a bad idea. But I'm going to try to do the last 2 months. So that's January, February, and now we're in March. So 3 months of data. Plus, you can have the TFRs, right? Let's see. So where are we here? Okay, did I paste it? The 5th. Here's the 5th. 092174. Alright, so let's sort this again in the correct order. Now we're in the 6th week. So here's the 6th. So I'll mark the 5 just to show that I did it. Of course, I can mark it any color, red, blue, whatever. Right now I'm marking it green. So copy, paste special, values, okay. Alright, and then I'll just copy again here, paste special, values, transpose, hit okay. Sort it from largest to smallest, copy the numbers, paste special, values, okay. Alright, so put this, reset this, the order. Let's mark the 6 is done. Now let me just leave this out here so it doesn't get in my way. It's an extra step every time I have to hit home. So now we're at the 7. Copy. Same deal. Paste special, values. I think I got into this habit because if you just paste normal, you'll paste the sums, and the sums, since they're not with the dollar sign, I forgot what that term is, the sums will merge, or they'll migrate. So I think I just did it like this to prevent errors. So copy, paste, whoops, no, the wrong button. Paste special, values, transpose, again, sort, and let's see, copy, paste special, values, okay. Alright, smallest to largest. Let's see here. Alright, so we did the 7. I think also doing it this way, I can, whoop, see, I just highlighted the wrong line. Gotta go to 8. Copy. I think I do it this way also because I can tell if I posted different data. If you post the same data, the formatting will remain the same. But when you paste special values, when you post it with the different data, the formatting changes, so you know that you've updated the week. So copy, paste special, values, transpose, hit OK. And you can see how laborious this can be. I could technically make a traditional frequency rating chart for any, whoops, what am I doing? Am I in the wrong, okay, numbers, largest to smallest. Can feasibly make one of these for any chart, I mean any game, but I have to get the data out, and I would need a lot of data. I don't know how many drawings that is, but it's 10 consecutive 10 weeks. So is that 100 weeks? I'm not sure. Alright, so let's see. Pay special values, okay. 8th week. So now you can see the 0 is moving down. It's starting to go into dormant periods. The 2 is coming up. Alright. So there is power in this chart. Joey D, he was able to really master it. And I guess it was because I didn't have a good drawing since hit chart that showed the algorithm for the cold periods and for the streaks that were about to be unleashed. So I'm planning, I have a lot of different plans as far as what games I want to play. Right now I'm playing a big major million game, but I'm making dumb mistakes and I'm overdoing the workouts, and I might, but to play New York I have to go back to New York, and I really don't want to go home because that's like a 3-hour drive to get home. But I can go to my cousin's, which is only 40 minutes away, and stay at his place. But he's kind of a loose cannon, you could say. But the store is really close to his house, and there are positives and negatives, but I gotta weigh it out. And before I go, I gotta make sure I have these charts done. Otherwise, it's a waste. I don't want to be building these charts while I have to play. All right, so we did the 8th week. Let us go smallest to largest here. Mark the 8 as being done. Go to the 9th week. Copy. 9th week. Pay special. Values. Transpose. Hit OK. Whoops. Made a mistake. Back arrow. Alright, so what did I do? See? Started daydreaming. Let me make sure. Okay, we're at 9 is 42, 37, 49, 42. Okay, pay special, values. Okay, alright, so that's the next week. Copy, pay special, values, transpose. Okay, sort, largest to smallest. Copy, pay special, values. Okay, alright, this should be 2019 here. Let's see if I can make it. Well, you know what I'll do? I'll just make these a little bigger. Alright, that's my timer. That's my timer. Lets me know how long I've been building a certain chart. Because I get like a dog on a bone. Sometimes I'll just keep on building charts and charts like all night, and I'll just really get like frenzied. 7, 6. Alright, 2019. There it is. It fits. So this is 3/25, meaning March 25th, 2019. I don't really need these colors. They don't really signify anything at this time. I don't remember what they used to signify. And then the 10th week. The 10th and final week. So we're going to go back to smallest to largest. Alright, we did the 9. Alright, wrong color, but who cares? It's not important. Copy. The 9th is done. Now we're in the 10th. A special values. Okay. Alright. This is sorted correctly. Copy. A special values. Transpose. Okay. Sort. Largest to smallest. Copy. Pay special values. Okay. Alright, so there you go. 10 weeks. I should have put the dates here. I'll go in there and fix that. That's a lot of cosmetic. I just wanted to just try to remember how I built the chart, and it didn't take too long. It only took about 15 minutes for me to remember what I used to do in 2017 to build this chart. So, and these little money symbols, whatever. It could be any symbol. I had put money symbols last time. So this font is what, 8 in bold. So this is 8 also. Let's bold this. Alright, now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to copy this. And I'm going to create a fresh sheet. Alright, so this is sheet 6. Let's go pay special. All. Okay. Alright, these are the weeks. I can make this all a little bigger. Let me hide the, let me hide the ribbon. So put the font up to 12, let's say. Let's put in a little bit of grid lines. Let's see, grid lines, line style, grid lines, come on, grid lines. Home, grid lines. Alright, those are the grid lines. Home, put it, center everything. Let's see, let's make these a little smaller. Okay, let's drag this down. Let me put the year here as vertical text. The year, we're going to shrink it from 14 down to 9. And we could shrink it. There's the 10th set. We'll shrink that also, 10th. And there you go. So what do we got here? Let's look at it. Let's try to analyze the data here. 5 has moved up. You can see it was all the way at the bottom here. And it did move up. And I remember, even without looking at the drawing sense hit chart, the 5 in the first position had gone 9 cold periods, 9 dormant periods. So now it moved up to the top, to the best. Now the number that I was trying to focus on was the 7 and the 2. So here's the 7, right? The 7 had 5 dormant periods, and then it had 4 quick hits. I think it was like 1, 1, 1, 1 where it hit. And now it's kind of a little dormant again. But the mirror of the 7, the 2 here, had moved up. So it was at the top for a little bit, and I think it had quite a few dormant periods. So I have another chart that I made. So this is going to be the third referencing chart. So there's going to be 3 major charts I'm going to put at the website to reference. Okay, one of them hasn't been revealed yet because it's really kind of like top secret. The TFR is not top secret. It was on Lottery Post. It's in the Lotto Stats magazine. The drawing sense hit chart is also within the Lotto Stats magazine, except it's from left to right. Mine goes from top to bottom, and it has the algorithm within it. And then the third chart has the algorithm in a different format, and I think it's the best chart. And that I think is worth a little bit of a donation. And I've only made one so far. I'm making them for the $1 million game that I'm playing, but it takes about a half hour to make each one. To transform the 4B into this new chart, which is it's a hybrid chart. I call it a pyramid chart plus another chart, but there are pyramids in the new Advantage program, which is interesting. I don't know if many people know about them, and it's good for the bonus ball for Powerball. So I may do a video showing that chart, the pyramids for the bonus ball, since the Powerball is at 750 million, and I do have a workout that I did for that, but I didn't do a Powerball analysis. So let's see. So the 5 is moving up. All right. So let's see. I don't know. I'm not sure what to do now. Let me see position. Let me see hot number. Hot is what? It's gonna be 5. Cold 4. So yeah, this is the first step in the cross-referencing process. So the chart is here. You can certainly use it. I'll update it after the next week to see how the numbers are moving. And yeah, that's about it. So I'm trying to get my butt in motion because springtime is coming and I don't want to be here in the mountains with no car. I'd rather be with my loose cannon cousin if I have the opportunity to play, and I can give him money, hopefully from winnings, to for rent. So right now, this is in this particular formatting. You can format it any particular way. So let's see, if I just copy this data over, let's say, and I bring it over here, and I paste special values, hit OK. And let's see, paste special formats again, because we like the big bold. Alright, but let's say, for some reason, the red, which represents hot, and the blue represents cold, doesn't really, you're not jiving with that. So I can go home, conditional format, clear rules from selected cells, and then I can put in new rules. Alright, so home, and this doesn't have to have a blue background. Alright, so if I remove the blue background, and then I home, conditional format, highlight cell rules between, how did I do it last time? Home, conditional formatting, color scales. Okay, so that one was the blue and the red. You could do it the other way, where the blue is the top. But let me try. I'm going to do red and green, where green is go and red is stop, right? Even though, no, that doesn't work, does it? No, actually no, because it's a scale. I would have to figure out how to do 0 to 9. Let me see. No, that could be done. Can it be done like that? 0 to 9. What's the number? To keep the top hot and the bottom cold. Right, because the 9, even though, okay, yeah, so that's a mistake. Because here, right, blue is not cold. Blue is just the 9. And as the 9 moves up, it gets hot. So I wonder, does anybody know how to do that, where you can have the bottom number be showing it's cold, and as it moves up, it becomes red? Maybe that's not even important. Maybe I'm just overthinking it again. So let's see. Conditional format. We'll do a different set of color scales. Red and green. Alright, so 0 is at the top, is hot. Now the 5 is moved up. So that's just a way to, how do you say, visualize. That will keep it like this. The red is fine. Move this out of here. Get out of here. We don't want to look at you. Alright. That was a bad idea. Get away. Okay, so there it is. The TFR. Traditional frequency rating. Construction chart and analysis. So 5 is the top number. So the next thing to do is to get the drawing sense hit chart, the big drawing sense hit chart, the big dish, to cross-reference with this, and then everything else. Sums, repeaters, doubles. All these things have to converge to be able to predict. So yeah, it's a lot of work. But I'm going to start putting the charts at the website, okay, when I get around to it. Hopefully by the end of this week we'll have some of them up. I'll do some videos regarding those charts, and hopefully the winning will commence for 2019. I'll have some money. I'll get the pool going again, and we'll start betting big once we get some little cash flow going with the lower odds games. Because these guys, because if you can bait 1 in 500,000 odds, you can certainly beat 1 in 1,000 odds. And if you can beat 1 in 1,000 odds, you'll be able to beat 1 in 10 million odds. Alright. So comment, subscribe, like, yada yada yada, all that good stuff. You guys know the drill by now. Try to find my Facebook group, Amar Gail Howard Lotto. I'll reveal some of these charts in time on Lottery Post. And then, what else? What else are we going to do? I'll show some of the workouts that I'm doing, and I'll post some of my wins that I've made recently, and all that good stuff. So, thanks for watching. Hope it wasn't too boring, wasn't too grueling, and good luck, everybody. Happy number hunting.